Andrea's introduction. So that means to me that we're throwing a good party. And when I got here, Brent Christensen said, well, I wouldn't miss it because AmCham does it right. And I thought that was a very catchy phrase. And we're going to do it right tonight because Andrea cooked up a very nice surprise for us. And Jane and Lawrence are going to be performing for us tonight with some real talent. So really excited about that tonight. Well, thank you guys. Well, I think the sign out front announced it fluent. So thank you guys for contributing, and thanks to Patron and Esquire Coca-Cola. I think that given what I heard about pricing here at the hotel, that your contribution was extremely high margin. So thank you very much for the contribution of sodas tonight. Doug, it was very, very kind of you to do that. Great. Well, without further ado, I think Andrea's going to welcome Brent up here for some very kind words. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. And next, I'd like to introduce Brent Christensen, the Acting Director of AIT. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you. Bill, Andrea, AmCham members, and distinguished guests, congratulations on the 61st anniversary of the American Chamber of Commerce in Thailand. And on behalf of the American Institute in Taiwan and AIT's new director, Chris Merritt, who will be arriving soon, I am pleased to extend our best wishes to AmCham on this festive occasion. We are happy to celebrate AmCham's 61 years of service and achievement in promoting the interests of U.S. companies in Taiwan and in enhancing broader economic relations with the United States. In reviewing the events that have occurred since AmCham's last birthday, it is clear that both Taipei and Washington appreciate the value of engaging with AmCham and value AmCham's contributions to moving our bilateral economic relationship forward. Exactly 1 year ago this week, Commerce Assistant Secretary Suresh Kumar came to Taipei. Soon after that, Department of Energy Deputy Secretary Dan Poneman came. And just last month, Department of State Assistant Secretary of Economic and Business Affairs Jose Fernandez visited. A key feature of all these visits of senior level visitors from Washington was their interaction with AmCham. We continue to encourage these kinds of visits because we know there's nothing to compare with coming to Taiwan and seeing for oneself the vibrancy of Taiwan's economy and the role the U.S. companies on the ground play in making Taiwan the United States' 10th most important trade partner and the United States Taiwan's biggest foreign investor. All of these visitors go back to Washington with an even greater, or an even more positive impression of Taiwan and are very hopeful advocates for further developing our relationship. In the past year, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has also expressed favorable comments on our relationship. For example, when the United States hosted the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum, otherwise known as APEC, last November, Secretary Clinton described Taiwan as an important security and economic partner of the United States. More recently, just 3 days ago, she met with former Vice President Lian Zhan at the 20th APEC Leaders Meeting in Vladivostok, and they discussed steps to be taken to further strengthen our economic and trade ties. Secretary Clinton expressed her appreciation for President Ma Ying-jeou's leadership in bringing about the regulatory changes necessary to the import of U.S. beef, and noted the importance of trade liberalization to Taiwan's economic and strategic future. The Secretary's comments clearly dovetail with the views expressed regularly in AmCham's annual white paper and editorial comments in its excellent regular monthly publications. Moreover, Secretary Clinton noted that both sides have decided immediately to begin the preparatory work for the upcoming expert-level engagement under the umbrella of the U.S.-Taiwan Trade and Investment Framework Agreement. I just might notice as an aside, that phraseology took hours and hours to work out. In addition, she announced that she will be dispatching Atul Kesha, the U.S. APEC senior official and coordinator for economic policy, to visit Taiwan to consult on further broadening the U.S. economic relationship with Taiwan. I myself arrived in the middle of a very exciting year for Taiwan, and indeed for the U.S.-Taiwan relationship. I am sure that AmCham is as happy as I am that we are now on the verge of implementing the new regulations that will lead to the resumption of U.S. beef imports. My optimism about the U.S.-Taiwan economic relationship is reinforced by my confidence in AmCham. U.S. firms form the backbone of that economic relationship through trade and investment that keeps the bilateral relationship on an even keel, despite the challenges that come up. The global economic situation today provides an immense challenge as the economies of both the United States and Taiwan face uncertainty in the short term. But the commitment by U.S. firms to this market shows the best side of the private sector and the long-term positive, reliable contributions to both of our economies. AIT remains committed to working to expand these contributions through greater trade and market access opportunities. AmCham has been a valued partner for AIT for as long as our institution has been in existence. And it has also been a leader in its policy focus. The most recent white paper continues that tradition with many excellent recommendations for reform and opening in Taiwan's economy. I commend your goals over the next year and assure the membership here that my team and I will do everything we can to promote U.S. firms in their efforts in Taiwan. It is an interesting coincidence that AmCham has chosen this week to have its 61st birthday party. The Secretary of State and former Vice President Lam John just met at the APEC leaders meeting, setting the stage for further engagement under the umbrella of TIFA. And the Department of Health, the Taiwan Department of Health, is issuing the long-awaited MRL that opens the door to U.S. beef imports. So there's truly much to celebrate, and I am delighted to know that we can rely on AmCham to work together with us in advancing U.S. economic interests in Taiwan and the Asia-Pacific region. So once again, I would like to say congratulations and happy anniversary to AmCham. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your recognition, and AmCham certainly look forward to working with you and your team in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. AmCham always being seen or known as a very serious organization, but honestly, we actually have a lot of members in our organization, has a lot of talent. We never had a chance to see that. So tonight I identified and invited two members of our chamber for long-time members that they're gonna have a performance. We'd like to start with Jane Huang. And Jane is the Vice President and General Manager of State Street Bank, and she has been the AmCham member since 1999. So that's a long-term member. Let's welcome her. Accompanying with her is pianist Mr. Hua En-zhi. And you want to tell everybody the song, right? Because I cannot pronounce that.
Congratulations on AmCham's 61th anniversary. So tonight we first wanted to thank Bill and Andrea for the invitation. And the first song I will bring to you tonight is O Mio Babino Come, which I think everybody, probably most people know it. So I'm nervous about getting this correct. Right? And the second song I'm going to bring to you is a Broadway musical. It's called I Could Have Danced All Night. It's from The Fair Lady. So this is also a very familiar song to everyone. And tonight I'm asking the graduate from Suzhou University. He's also a tenor, and my teacher for all these new songs I need to learn. So his name is Hua En-zhi. So we will start these two songs. So bear with us if there's any mistakes.